Gentleman yields back. I now recognize the gentleman from Mississippi, Mr. Guess, for 5 minutes of questions.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Ms. McNeil, thank you for being here. Thank you for the dedicated men and women who serve under your command. Particularly want to thank you in light that those men and women worked for a period of 6 weeks without being paid, as my colleagues on the other side of the aisle chose to shut down the federal government. But they continued to come to work. They continued to protect the traveling people. So thank you for their professionalism, for their dedication, for their hard work, particularly in a time where you talk about in the statistics that you gave that last year passenger volume reached record high. You say in your opening statement that 8 of the 10 busiest traveling days were last year, and that the men and women who serve under TSA, that they screened over 906 million passengers, 480 million check bags, and 2.1 billion carry-on bags, all for 6 weeks without getting paid, continuing to do their duty to the traveling public. You also mentioned in your opening statements some challenges, opportunities that lie ahead. Those include the 2026 World Cup, where we know that people will be coming from across the globe to America to enjoy soccer in the World Cup being hosted here. America 250 also next year. And then 2028, we know that the Olympics will be held in California. And once again, we will have individuals coming from across the globe here, coming to America to enjoy those events. And so I want to talk a little bit about, and you mentioned this in your statement, I know this is something that is near and dear to the chairman, the passenger security fee diversion. For now some 20 years, we've seen a diversion of those funds that were originally set up, $5.60 for a one-way ticket, $11.20 for a round-trip ticket, for reinvestment back into aviation security. We know that some 20 years ago, before most of us were here in Congress, that a decision was made to divert some of those fees. And that diversion now totals roughly $1.6 billion a year. Also in your statement, not only we talk about the diversion of those fees, but we talk about the Aviation Security Capital Fund, which also was established some 20-some-odd years ago. Originally, $250 million was set aside in revenue to screen luggage that is checked by passengers. And we've seen that that number has not increased now for 20 years. You talk about the fact that we are in need of, returning those diverted fees back to TSA, putting that money back into aviation security, which is what it was created for. And you also talk in your opening statement about the need to increase the Aviation Security Capital Fund. So I want to give you just a minute, if you could, to expound on both of those.
Absolutely, and Congressman, I thank you for recognizing the workforce, because seeing them turn up day in and day out throughout that government shutdown was nothing short of inspiring. And they kept our skies safe for the traveling public and did so with absolute commitment to the TSA mission. It is our responsibility to ensure that they have the best tools at their disposal to do the job that we are asking them to do, and that is why investment in technology is so critical. We are facing year-over-year volume growth at our checkpoints in infrastructure-constrained environments. The only way that we're going to be able to maintain our security posture and improve our security posture and deliver an increasingly improved passenger experience is through that combination of our human talent and technology. And that is what we are looking to work with this Congress to do, to ensure that the Passenger Security Fund is used for those purposes. I would say that there are several different buckets of technology advancements that we would want to ensure that we're investing in. One is that cutting-edge screening technology at the checkpoint that we all experience when we fly through the airports, making sure that that is detecting threats adequately as we face an evolving adversary and threat environment. Second is around identity verification, right? One of the cornerstones of our aviation security system is knowing who is coming through our checkpoints and doing that adequate vetting so we know who they are before they even show up. And then third is really bringing our checkpoint into the 21st century and providing that IT infrastructure so that we can really drive improvements on a continual basis to our checkpoints.
Ms. McNeil, thank you. My time has expired. I yield back.